Hello, it's me, Logan, and I'm here to present What's My Thing. So let's go through this quickly, but not too quickly, but let's try and go through this as best as we can. And I'll present what my thing is, and first things first, I'm a nerdy dude, so expect to see a bunch of nerd stuff in here. Yeah, so anyways, here we go. Let's start, and the last thing will be my main thing. I'll start with the many things, and then I'll go to my main thing. Anyways, three, two, one. So first, I'll start with music. I'm mostly into old progressive rock and soft rock and old timey heavy metal, speed metal, thrash metal, old timey stuff. I'm also really like crooner music, crooner pop, like Frank Sinatra. And does some industrial slash glam like Marilyn Manson and all that. Pink Floyd's my favorite band of all time. I listened to this album recently. It's very good. I recommend it if you like thrash metal. Um, and and of course some Twisted Sister. Twisted Sister is a big band. So that's some music. That's some music I like. I also am a huge movie fan. I like quality films and stuff like that. Now, I don't have much films to show because I loan half my good movies away. But I do have, I haven't seen this one yet. I still need to watch it. I plan to watch it sometime. I heard it's very, very good. I heard it's excellent, so I still need to see it. I like Christopher Nolan. And, one of my favorite movies, Blade Runner. This is the director's cut. This is not the version to watch. You only watch the final cut. Now on Netflix, if you have Netflix up here in Canada. Die Hard 2. I'll just throw this in here just as a bonus. Well, it's pretty good. It's really good. It's a really good movie. Yeah, I really like some of these old timey action movies. Sometimes in sci-fi and all this stuff. Shawshank Redemption's another good one. Another good one. It's a drama. One of the few dramas I really like. And here's my favorite movie. This is Phantasm by Don Coscardelli. Um, Horror sci-fi fantasy movie of the 1970s. Started a five movie series. Not really popular, but it is a cult series, and it's very, very, very good. Definitely recommend this. And this is my favorite movie. I take a lot of inspiration from this movie alone. Anyways, on to the next thing. So of course, if nerdy person's gonna like manga and comic books usually. I don't have any manga this show, sadly, but I do have some of my American comic books. Um, Most particularly, I love Alan Moore. Alan Moore is a great writer. Batman: The Killing Joke. Batman: The Killing Joke. From Hell is is a masterpiece in my opinion. I can't show you any panels in here because stuff gets too graphic in here. But actually, I would show you the art, but I don't know. I just don't want to don't want to scar you guys or something. It's about Jack the Ripper, but it's Alan Moore's take on Jack the Ripper, and of course the best-selling comic of all time, one of my favorites too, Watchmen. I take a lot of inspiration from Watchmen and From Hell. Uh, these kinds of comics, they really, really inspire me, to tell a decent story, and yeah, very, very good. Of course, some Clive Barker comics. I'm a huge Clive Barker fan, but his comics are just as good as his movies and novels and novellas. Nightbreed is, of course, based on his movie. Really, really good comic. And, of course, you're a Stephen King fan. Marvel has the Dark Tower series as comics. Only the books 4, and then, which is the prequel novel, and then book 1 and 2. Which is really, really weird. Dark Tower is my favorite Stephen King novels, but this is the first Dark Tower comic. Albeit I kind of quit the Dark Tower series around part 4 because that book kind of sucked. Up next for my nerdy stuff would be games. I'm a huge gamer. As Satoru Iwata once said, on my business card I am a CEO. In my mind I'm a game developer. In my heart I'm a gamer. And And I've always been a gamer, so I gotta stay the status quo. This is a good game, Xbox One, very good game. I have every console, so I have every console like so far. PS4, really good game as well. I never finished it, but I hope to finish it one day. Never finished this either, but this is good Switch game. It's a good game, and this game is really fun. It was a really fun game, and this game is pretty good. It's a very good game. Most people call this one of a game that proves that games can be art, which is I don't agree with that statement, but I don't agree with that statement for this game. I agree with it for other games, but yeah, it's still a good game. If you're a gamer, I recommend this. And this is I've always been a gamer. That's one of my huge things. This is I've always been a gamer. I'll never stop being a gamer. I still play games to this day. Anyways, up next. Now, books. I really like books. Books is a huge thing. I haven't read this much. I haven't read too much this summer because I've read a little too much over the first 6 months this year. But I did get back with Red Dragon, the first Hannibal Lecter book, which was very fantastic. 5 out of 5 stars. One of the best books I've ever read. So I'm like, hey, I'm glad to be back to reading. So this is a fantastic book, fantastic psychological thriller, very, very good. Another one of my favorites is Revival. This is the most terrifying book I've ever read in my life. Stephen King is usually he's usually considered horror, but he does other genres like dark fantasy and dark fantasy drama, prison drama, and science fiction and all this other kind of stuff. But this is a pure horror novel. This is probably one of his last horror books, to be honest. He doesn't write that much horror anymore. He mostly writes dark literary fiction. But this is a fantastic piece. Very, very dark and scary. Game of Thrones. This is a really good fantasy book. It's a book that got me into some fantasy. This is a book that got me into George R. R. Martin. Most people know him for this series, but this is a very fantastic book. H.P. Lovecraft. You're not really allowed to say you like him because he's he's a racist from the 1910s and 30s, but horror wouldn't be here without him, and yeah, he's very, very good as well. This is a good comedy as well. I'm picking books that stood out to me. John Dies at the End is one of my favorite novels. It is the funniest book I've ever read in my life. It references any genre. It's great. Now I'm hoping over the next months I can read Dune Messiah. The first book is really fantastic. It's a fantastic book. Getting a movie soon. Dracula, because I really like old time horror. I also really like old time science fiction. H.G. Wells is my favorite science fiction author. Since I read Red Dragon, I also got the sequel, The Silence of the Lamb, which is an iconic movie, and of course, science fiction. I like to eventually read a Neuromancer. So anyways, that's my books. Now on to my big thing. So I've always considered myself a writer. I always wanted to tell stories, and that's what I do. This is don't ask what is even going on here. I don't understand what's going on here. That's apparently me, by the way. This thing, I don't know why that's me. But anyways, yeah, I hope to write, not like this, but I hope to write I hope to write books and movies and direct movies. I want to film movies as well. I want to make as much movies and books as I can. Make a couple games as well. I do want to make games, comics, and everything. Music. There's so much I want to make. I just really like writing stuff. I really like writing down text. Don't look at that. I'm just not gonna show you what's going on there, but yeah. But yeah, this is I chose to present this for my writing is because this is one of the funnier stories I wrote. It is stupid. Like, this is supposed to be a bad, and this is supposed to be some vampire Grim Reaper. Like, yeah. Anyways, time's running short, and thanks for letting me present. And also thanks for watching. See you guys later, and thanks.